Yo, what up, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Crew. It's your boy K. Mims, the only spot you get authenticity and entertainment at the same time. I got the ladies of the show, Asia and Princess, with me. What up?
Hey.
I got my bros of the show, Louis B and DJ J Dub. What's happening, fellas?
What up? What up?
And Miss Brittany, what's happening?
Hey,
What up, Britt? What up, Britt?
So before we get into a whole bunch of social news that we got today, we got a lot cooking today. I gotta ask a question. I'm gonna ask a quick question. I ain't tell nobody this, but I want to ask: is it wrong if you start a relationship out having sex and you withhold it after you had it?
hell yeah, yes.
I'm asking. Is that wrong? Like, so say
That's wrong.
Yes, bro. Come on.
Okay, why? Okay, cool. I want to know why. I had this debate. Let me give the premise of the argument.
Want to know why?
Because I had a debate that like we were talking about like this was actually marriage, and we were talking about like if all your other aspects aren't clicking, but your partner needs this one aspect, but you're not in tune with them, would it be wrong if you took that aspect out too? Like y'all not really clicking on the emotional level. A lot of stuff is a lot of tension, but buns is needed on either end. But it's like I'm not feeling you, so I don't really want to give that up like that.
I understand that, right? Because you're trying not to make decisions based on sex, right? Sex will blind you, right? It'll have you making. Well, I know for me, it's had me make decisions that I wouldn't have made otherwise. So if you are trying to figure out if this is a real connection outside of just intimacy, then I think that it does justify the need to maybe pause it. But to your original questioning or phrasing, is if we start out that way, that's what I'm expecting. You know, now every person has the right to do whatever they choose with their body, but if you present it to me that way and that's how we started, that's what I expected. That's how I expected to finish. I was trying to be mature. I was trying not to say something really bad.
That's the thing. You expecting to finish. You're not.
Bruh. Ladies, what y'all think?
I didn't say it, y'all. I'm trying to do better.
Ladies, what
Are
y'all think?
you asking just like in a relationship, or are you talking about in a marriage?
Let's go both ways. So give me your aspect of you started in a relationship, y'all done it a couple times, and then you like, and you know what? I want to take this aspect back, or he says it, and you just trying to figure, is that wrong? If you start that way, and then somewhere down the line you decide like, no, either party.
Man, you can go ahead and clip this.
Hold Jay. I want to hear Princess. I want to hear Princess. Go ahead.
Do I think it's wrong? No. Do I think it's ideal? No.
Ooh, further explain.
Okay. Because I feel like people have a right to change their mind for whatever reason, whether they're upset and it's a short period of time, or maybe something happens in their life, they turn over a new leaf and now they want to be celibate, like whatever. I feel like people have the right to do that. But is it ideal whenever you started out that way? No, it's not.
Okay. What about the marriage joint? If y'all not clicking in the other aspects and you like, you know, I don't want things to get super blurry right now, I'm going to withhold this aspect, but it's known that that's a part that's needed.
I'm not married.
Okay.
No, but I think in a marriage though, I don't think that you should withhold but for a certain amount of time, if you withhold at all. I think that could be very damaging.
Okay, that's fair. Asia, Brittany, what you think? What y'all think?
Yeah, I agree with Princess. Only because I would need to. I agree. I don't think that it's wrong. I don't think that it's ideal, but I mean, and also I would need to know like why the person does not want to engage anymore, right? Because if it is, because in my head it's like, if we're doing the do, right, but then I find out that you're also messing with everybody else in the neighborhood, no, I don't. Now I might not even feel safe to continue to engage in this act. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like at that point I definitely have every right. You know what I'm saying? And it's justified. I think other times it might be petty, right? So I think it depends. My bad, Princess. I think it depends. It depends. But on the circumstances though, for real, but I think at the end of it, communication should be given. I don't think it should be you also wait until the act is about to happen for then you to then say, oh, sorry, I'm not doing that no more. I think there should be a whole conversation before y'all are even in that situation again. With marriage, yeah, I don't touch married people's business.
There y'all go. Okay.
Because no, only because in my mind, I'm like, is that allowed? Like, is that?
I think
okay?
Princess answered it correctly. I think if y'all trying to fix a common problem, there's a time period where we're not trying to blur the lines. I think that's fair. Now, I think withholding without communicating is dangerous. That's a whole nother ball game. Brittany, what about you?
Yeah, you about the married piece, you took exactly what I was going to say. Definitely have to communicate. I think it's selfish to withhold from your partner in a marriage without talking about it first. That's a part of marriage. That's a part of the game. Now, there are times where stuff happens. Life happens. Women are tired, men are tired, whatever that is. But you asked in your question, you said buns are needed. So if it's a necessity, like that has to be a clean conversation. Because you don't anything could happen. If it's
I don't
needed,
mind having that conversation. It's gonna be direct.
Yeah, hey, look, and I'm gonna tell you, man, when they need it, it might not, we ain't trying to take too much of your time. Ain't trying to take too much of your time.
I need 5 good minutes.
When it's needed, I ain't trying to take too much of your time, baby. I'm gonna be real with you.
Good.
I know you on your.
Hey,
I
look,
know you on
Yeah.
that, but I just need 5 of them.
and
Yeah.
sometimes those 5 minutes is hard, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Hey,
You right.
that ain't the only thing that's hard at that moment. Yeah, that's what you heard. Like, hey, look, yeah, hey, look, so your 5 minutes hard and my 5 minutes hard. We both going through a hard time.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but no, I just wanted to, before we get into the social news, I just wanted to ask that. So next, man, we about to pop off with the social news for this week. All right, so man, a lot of things been happening recently. We got a good little list, but we're gonna start with what are y'all thoughts on Bronny getting drafted? So if you've been under a bus, you know what I'm saying, like people don't know LeBron's son, he was eligible for the draft this year. He entered it. He got drafted 55 out of 60 by the Los Angeles Lakers, where his dad plays. People have been going crazy about nepotism, saying like, oh my God, he never would have got drafted if he was LeBron's son, X, Y, and Z. But I'll say this, man, specifically for all these Dallas Cowboy fans. There is no arena in the world where who you know doesn't get you further. And if who you know is the best person in this said thing, you're going to get a step up, period. But I know it's been a hot topic this week. I just want to kind of get y'all thoughts on him getting drafted, and not only him getting drafted, but him. Do you think it matters that he got drafted to the team his dad is on? That's what I think is really shaking up things more than him actually getting drafted. What are y'all thoughts on Bronny getting drafted and all the criticism that's been coming with it? I'm gonna throw to one of the fellas first. I'm gonna go to you, Jay. What you think about Bronny getting drafted, Brody?
Me personally,
ain't you a LeBron fan too?
I am for sure. I think that it looked bad, number one, because it was a team his dad was on. That played a factor. But at the same time, I was very, very grateful for the decision that was made by the organization, because a lot of people, and whether it's corporate, let's take sports out of it, a lot of people set their family members up and things like that for success. And I don't see anything wrong with this man getting his son drafted. And people look at the numbers, right? Let's just go ahead and elephant in the room. They're like, he averaged 2.4. He was averaging 3 points a game. We got guys averaging 20. Okay, that's cool. The man was coming off having heart surgery, first of all. And second of all, when he went to the actual NBA league combine and everything and did his, bro, he was balling.
For sure.
Like he solidified his spot through that, because when he came in, obviously those numbers didn't matter. So I think personally, I love the decision. I'm all for it.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, what are we doing it for, right? Like LeBron, if familiar with his story, he came from a single parent home, and was able to partner with some of his friends along the way and become one of the most successful athletes of all time. If we are not, and I think about my own life, why am I pushing and working so hard to get ahead just to not create an opportunity or an opportunity to break down barriers or walls from my own, right? That's the whole point. And I think for us, the African Americans, we are not used or maybe accustomed to seeing that. But even take the Lakers as an example. The owner is Jeannie Buss. Well, her father, Jerry Buss, was the original owner of the team. So that you have nepotism even within the organization itself. And when you look at the history of any company, that is what happens, right? The Waltons, whatever. I mean, whatever company you've ever seen, right? It's passed down generation to generation. Even though the Lakers aren't LeBron's team, for him to be able to use his influence and use his influence to create an opportunity for his son, I think is a beautiful thing. And I think that we, as African Americans, have to understand that is the goal, is to create an easier path for our children, to help them accomplish the things that they may want to accomplish and the things that they've actually worked towards. And to Jay's point, Bronny has done the work to work towards being a professional NBA player.
Correct. For sure. I'll say one thing. I'll say two things. Like Jay said, I think people forget that he can actually hoop. Like, he's actually good. He's not a like people. When he came out of high school, he was projected to be the 17th overall pick. Cardiac arrest happened, the stats happened, so he fell off. Okay, so he can actually hoop. The second part is I go there. I think it plays into who the Lakers are. They like attention. It was a great business move to get more eyes in it. If he gets the 15 roster spot this year, just say somebody gets hurt, that game is going to sell out the first time he steps on the court, whether it's in LA or in. If the second they say Bronny's on the active roster tonight, that's going to automatically boost sales. Because another part is like we look at basketball as entertainment, but it's really just a business. Like what they're really just a business move. Like, dog, think about, and this is another thing. Can people stop acting like he got drafted number 2 overall? Bro was 55 out of 60. Like, it's not like they burnt a top 10 pick. And I'm not saying he's not deserving of a first round thing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is people need to stop acting like they traded up in the draft. Dog, he went 55 out of 60. Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about, nobody even watches the second round of the NBA draft. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a thing at all. So for people to come in and act like they gave up this crazy package to draft him, it's like crazy to me. And then when it pans out, they're gonna say that was the greatest decision ever made. But ladies, what's y'all thoughts on how would y'all feel if that was your baby and your husband?
The only thing that I didn't understand was why the Cowboys got caught astray when you were describing this whole thing. But outside of that,
I'll tell you why.
Outside of that, I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I was literally going to say the fact that he was number 55, out of 60. He has put in the work, right? I think there are so many other circumstances that we see where nepotism comes into play and they have not done anything, right? They have zero credentials. There's nothing going for them, but the fact that he's still put in work, we can't take that away from him. They've made history. At the end of the day, LeBron has said from very early on, he wants to play with his son. So for me, it's like he's having an opportunity to do that. Why would he give that up? Why would he not do all that he can do when he has said on record that is one of his goals, right? So the fact that it's actually happening, I think it's amazing.
For sure. Chevy Gang Mike, what up? So I'll say this. Why the Cowboys caught astray. This was kind of personal. I personalized it a little bit. Because like when Cowboy fans get into sports talks and stuff, that whole organization is ran by the Jones family. Like literally from top all the way down to the coaching staff, there's a Jones in a position. So I'm just saying, like, it's okay when you do it over. Lewis already said it, but I'm just saying why the Cowboys caught it straight. Like, you can't be a Cowboys fan and speaking on this to me. That's just personally, and they be everywhere. So I kind of want the smoke, honestly speaking. You know what I mean? How you feel about it?
I feel like a Cowboys fan could speak on it, right? Because I feel.
Are you a Cowboys fan, Asian?
We're not a monolith. I was born into it. Yeah.
You're a Cowboys fan,
bro? You ain't. First off, she just stated that, basically saying like.
Did you just get back in here, or Or were you?
Yeah, he just hopped in. He snuck in.
Oh, all right.
I snuck in. Yeah. I snuck in like them cheeks Lou was trying to get. But go ahead.
Hey, but all right. So, Brittany and Princess, any thoughts on Bronny getting drafted?
You guys said it all for me.
Yeah,
I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I support it. I think the biggest argument, obviously, was it deserved? And of course, LeBron had influence on it. So a lot of people are saying, did the influence override like his actual ability and talent to actually play? I'm here for it. I support it. I agree with the statement that you opened up with, Keenan. Like networking is a huge thing. So if you have the opportunity to bring in your child, then why wouldn't you? Whether he now skill wise, he's proven himself. People don't agree. They feel like an opportunity was taken from somebody else. And that's cool too, but I think he's deserving of it. I support it.
Hey, before we go to the next topic, there's a recent example of Northwest performing in Hollywood, right? I Can't Wait to Be King, right? At the Lion King, a big production. Horrible. She was horrible.
Yeah,
she was horrible. And I hate to talk about kids in that capacity, but that's where I think nepotism hurts people, because there were I saw auditions of more talented children, and that young girl, I think they did her a disservice putting her in that position, right, publicly. And I think those are even though this is still, she's from African American descent, right, from her father's side. But I think those are moments when it hurts. And I think the issue is if they're not putting in the work, right, I think that's where, and even though nepotism bridges the gap, if there's a little, challenge there talent wise, but when it's glaringly obvious that she's just there because of who her father and her mother is, I think that's when it becomes an issue.
Yes.
That was a great point, Louis.
But I also think that we see that. I also feel like we see that every day, though. So I feel like I'd love to see us do it. Put it that way, because there's others who's doing it. Kids don't have the education, they don't have the talent, but my parent is who he is in the building or who she is in the building. So I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get into the university. I'm gonna get into the institution. I'm gonna get into the corporation, and happens every day. So if we can do it, I don't care if she can't sing or not.
That's a great point, Princess.
Let us get a piece of the pie. That's how I feel about it.
No, that's true. That's a great point. If you guys have never seen. No, go ahead.
But I understand what you're saying, Louis. That's all.
Yeah. If you guys never seen the Dick Cheney movie about Vice President Dick Cheney, it talks about George Bush's, the second one, right, coming into office. And it talks about that very thing that you mentioned. I'll just leave it at that.
It's real. Well, hey, man, I wish nothing but success to Bronny. I hope he kills it. I hope he proves everybody that's talking about him wrong and made everybody eat their words, and he stand on business when he get to where he going. Because the young man talented, bro. So I wish him nothing but the best. All right, last night, you understand me? Last night, man, the BET Awards popped off, man. They popped off. Because I feel like this is going to be a meaty conversation. We're going to talk. I want to kind of break it into two. Let's kind of talk about the BET Awards, where they at as a status, what BET Awards mean now, and then we're gonna get into the Usher tribute, what did or did not go right or wrong. I'll start with this, and then I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna throw it to you, Brittany, because I know you was a little spicy about the tribute last night, but I'm gonna get your opinion, and then we'll go around the screen. They trying, man. The production is there. They're spending money. It's like they're trying to stay relevant with content creators, young artists, and all that. They're trying. I'm just talking the overall experience. However, somewhere down the line, bro, you got to vet these artists. Like at the pre-show and during the show, bro, their stage presence is not award show ready, bro. I'm sorry. It's not. And like a lot of times, the awards, we look at the awards, but the performances are what takes everybody to anybody's award, right? You know what I mean? I love the way they're implementing new people. I think they're spending a lot of money, but like, I think you got to sure up and vet some of these young people's stage presence before you throw them out on your screen and say, hey, represent the BET Awards. So overall, I'm going to give the BET Awards, I'm going to say it's 6.5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 because there's other aspects, right? Like BET created the media house for content creators to be able to interview these people where they usually wouldn't be able to do it. They put some of these mainstream TikTok creators in the front rows. I get it. They're giving more presenters more opportunities to meet people and be seen. So I got to give them credit on that. The minus 3.5 comes from kind of like the messaging around voting. I get it, but they was trying to like shove it down your throat a little bit. I get it, but it's like it was a little tough on the on like me receiving that. If that's all you doing in different ways. But I'm gonna throw it to you, Brittany, and anybody follow up after that. What's your thoughts on the overall BET Awards last night?
0 out of 10. Don't recommend. Super ghetto.
Whoa! Off the rip. Okay.
It was. I felt like I was front row at a strip club. Okay, first of all. Secondly, like the talent, the performance, like you just said, it's not there. And I get these new artists, what they got their own whatever, but I remember watching some of these award shows with my parents, right? I could not watch half of this stuff with my kids. Or if they heard a song that they hear on the radio, they're like, Mom, no, sis, you can't watch this right now. Go sit down. Go in the other room. We're going to have to just pretend what they look like. Because it was just so degrading to me, the women anyway. Another thing was the marketing was terrible. The way in which they were just facilitating the show, from having some of the speakers didn't know the words. I don't know. We have teleprompter issues all the time, but a lot of people were stumbling over their words. It was a very much talent show vibe that I'm like, y'all invested all of this money for what? It was terrible to me.
Now. You can tell they put some bread out there for that joint, though.
They did. For what?
Mm-hmm.
It was trash. I didn't like it. 0 out of 10.
God, almighty. Anybody else opinion on the BET Awards overall before we get into the Usher tribute?
So I have a different opinion.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed it. And I think it's because I feel like the BET Awards has very much so fell off the last couple years. So Keenan and I agree that I could see the effort that was put in last night to like, because, like COVID, they were doing the whole like performances from home. Like it was all weird and like whatever. So I felt like this year was the first year that it kind of like got back on track. However, I will say that it was very female heavy the entire show. It was very it was very rap heavy the entire show. And I get that they were trying to showcase that there's a lot of female rappers. I feel like whenever BET Awards was truly popping, it was only Nicki Minaj. Like for a long time, that Nicki Minaj was it. I don't even think was Lil Kim, was she ever at the BET Awards?
At the very beginning.
Yeah, but like outside of that, we just had Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj won like best female rapper every year. That was it. So now I feel like we're in a different era where it's just like, oh, okay, we got all these girls, so let us showcase them. And then as far as like the stage presence, it's like, well, a lot of them were like discovered on TikTok. Or, something like that. Like, I'm just thinking about like Ice Spice, right? This is just a great night for her, I guess. But I just feel like the caliber of artists has changed. But I actually enjoyed the performances last night outside of a few. But I definitely feel like the effort was there.
But okay, so Princess, let me ask this, because I somewhat agree on most of your points. But even let's talk about the performances, right? You don't feel like, even let's take the pre-show away from the actual award performances. Even with like, I'm not just calling this one person out, but let's take Glorilla real quick, right? Bro, you can't even rap your song on an award show. You literally can't perform your song, to Brittany's point, because I'm not saying it's a bad song. You can't. Everything is like turn up. So you know what I mean? Like, even if you back in the day when somebody had an edited version, you literally had an edited version. So if you ever had to do an award show, you could actually perform it. So I feel like I don't disagree with you. Like, I get what you're saying. The caliber has changed, but like, you don't feel like they're doing their platform a disservice, not vetting these, because I feel like the performances aren't even about the songs. It's about all the dancers and all the other stuff, because These motherfuckers can't even get through a song. No,
yeah, but at the same time, I feel like the people who performed is who people want to see right now. Like I feel like outside of Victoria Monet, who else really would people have wanted to see perform last night? Like that's not one of the rappers. Like it's not a Glorilla, Sexy Red. Who else would people really have wanted to see? Like seriously, what male artists would we have wanted to see last night? Not talking about the Usher tribute, but like Kendrick.
No, we just saw him. Yeah, okay.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
I agree. I think it's a reflection of where we are in music. I don't think BET is fully responsible for where we are as what we choose to make popular or not. It's their responsibility to bring those people who are the popular people to the show and perform. I'm kind of mixed because I did think that they were getting a lot of things right. Brittany did call out some of the articulation and the teleprompter reading. That kind of threw me off a few times. Like a few people were getting hung up on things, and it was kind of embarrassing, just to be honest with you, right? I hate to say that, but I saw that. But I did like the balance. I love the Eris performance, T.I. and Tiny's daughter.
Oh, yeah,
yes, I was just about to say that.
Man, that was so beautiful to see. That just touched my heart. But I would have liked to. One thing that the BET Awards did incredibly well. They used to just have a lot of variety. Shout out to Will Smith, he performed. They used to have a lot of variety in their show, where it used to be like older artists, like we would see stuff from like the 60s, 70s, and then the 90s, and then the 2000s. Like it was just all now, right? Which I didn't really like. Like you want to see some variety because that's what brought everyone together. To your point, Brittany, everyone could watch because everyone had something that they could, attach to. And I feel like we've gotten away from that, right? Because the generations weren't really represented yesterday.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this.
There wasn't even a gospel segment.
That's what Will's performance was.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, was that okay?
Hey, but let me say this to Will Smith. Hey, salute to him not giving up after that, moment he had in life, yo. Will's still stabbing at it, and I think that gets overlooked because of his work ethic. Like, I'm happy to see Will ain't give up. I mean, even though it was self-inflicted, you know what I'm saying? I get that, but like he could have wrote himself off, and he's still out here trying to, put himself out there. And the song wasn't bad though. The song wasn't bad.
I really enjoyed his performance.
Yeah, for sure.
And I said it while he was performing. I was like, this seems like a Kirk Franklin moment. His little short ass marching down the aisle. And I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice.
Yeah,
I like it too.
It was different, yeah.
Asia, Jay, before we go into the Usher tribute.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I didn't watch all of it. I watched bits and pieces and to be honest, that's only because I know I'll have to talk about it tonight. I'm not very much only because when it fell off, it really did fall off for me. And I can appreciate hip hop and all the things. I am a neo soul R&B gospel shorty. I just am. So for me, it's like not having that variety. I'm not gonna watch it. Like for me, it's like it's not for me. I'm no longer. I don't feel like I'm in who they're trying to reach anymore. And that's okay, right? I'm just not gonna watch it. I'm just not gonna participate. And I do think that they are trying to now draw in the younger generation. And that part is evident, right? Because I do think like Glorilla, I Spy, like all these people, yes, duh, like that makes sense of who would be there. But for me, it was just one of those I saw what I need to see so that I could participate in this conversation, but I don't think that it's marketed for me anymore. I don't think that.
It felt like the hip hop awards.
Yep.
Yes,
we gotta watch the Soul Train Awards now, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I think that I agree with what Lewis said. Me personally, when I used to watch the BET Awards, I used to love the variety. I used to love the going through the stages of hip hop, music, paying homage to everybody. Agree with Brittany with the performance thing. It was definitely a 0 out of 10 for me. The Sexy Red shit, and then she started clearing her throat for the woo, like yo. insane to me. Like, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
that
bro,
was crazy, bro.
And like that was insane to me. And personally, like that really took me to the top. I'm like, all right, niggas in here wilding now. So, but
Oh my God.
lastly, I would like to say that I understand what y'all are saying. Me personally, I thought the Will Smith tribute was his song was terrible. I at all. I thought that was trash. I thought he was out there just trying to make a, like you said, Steve, he was stabbing at it, but I felt like he was missing all his targets.
Oh no!
That shit was trash. I'm like, yo, get him out of here. And I love Will Smith, all his music. I felt like, bro, that was a reach. Like you
didn't feel inspired.
I was inspired for him to get the hell off.
Yo, it crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Like
we would have did anything else could have popped. But bro, coming out there with the red boots on with the flames, and you talking about yo, get out of here with that, man.
Wow,
I really feel like that's a PR stunt. I'm not trying to minimize it, but I feel like all of this is a PR. It's a whole PR run that he's on right now.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Will Smith means so much to us and the culture. We're not gonna let him fail, right? And somebody broke this down about Will Smith one time. And this is true. He's the first black man in theater and cinematic history to save the world. Right? He's the first person we've ever seen do that on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's too important to culture. So, to his PR team, y'all got to keep doing all this stuff, man. We good.
They do though. They do though. I think because what he went through recently was self-inflicted, they do got to go this route. They definitely
so Steve, what I'm saying is like your PR team. So you go up here. Let me ask you a question real quick because I know we get to that. So you go up here and smack somebody, right? You smack the shit out of them. Then come back and was like, yeah, let me go and hit him with a gospel song.
So this is the thing,
yeah, I'm not feeling that, bro. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, but I do feel like he has to do it though. Like this is the thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with what Louis saying. His PR team is amazing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we love Will for who Will is.
Right.
That's not you.
I'll say this.
That's where I'm coming from. That's the point.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, but I much rather have heard that gospel song than any of his other music. Just being
you don't like wait, bro. You don't like
no, hold up. Will made some bangers. Chill out, bro. Don't do that.
All right, give me 5 of them.
Summertime.
No. I'm not talking to you, Louis.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you froze now.
I'm not about to play into your fucking shenanigans.
Hey Jay, how the hell did you do that, man?
hey, no, I know. Hey, Louis jumped. I thought he was froze for real.
Yeah, we're doing the mannequin challenge.
Give me 5 fingers. Summertime.
So Usher performance, how y'all feel about that? We're not about to do this tonight, bro. We're not doing this tonight.
Hey, so that means he has none. He got summertime.
Nah, he got summertime. He got
Miami.
He got Switch.
Miami.
He got joints, bro. Just the two of us. Like,
yeah, that's my shit.
Come on,
that's my shit right there.
I'm playing on Will Top like that, bro. Don't do that.
Oh, okay. Will Top or yours? Okay, Jay, you got 4.
Sexy red fan ass nigga. No, bro. No.
Hey, sexy red music go though. Like our music, bro.
I'm starting to like that stupid ass song.
Which y'all were singing?
Which one?
Like
the recent one. The one I'm starting to like that stupid song.
Right? Hey man.
Hey, Brett.
You know the thing about sexy red music, bro.
It is sexy.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, and everybody on the screen know when that joint went off at the podcast party, the roof was about to come off when that Get It Sexy came on.
Hey, that's what we was dancing to.
that joint was about to come up. But anyway, my bad. But okay, so we're getting to the Usher tribute. So let me run down. If you did not see it, let me run down. So Childish Gambino and Keke Palmer did You Don't Have to Call. Keke Palmer then by herself did You Make Me Wanna. Summer Walker did Good, which was her verse on that.
Mm-hmm.
Coco Jones did There Goes My Baby. Marsha Ambrosius did Superstar. Chloe did Good Kisser.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Tanate? What's her name?
Tinashe
Tinashe did Nice and Slow. Teyana Tayler and Victoria Monet did Bad Girl, and Lotto did Yeah.
And Lotto did Ludacris's verses on Yeah.
You're right. Lotto did Ludacris verse. I'll say this. Coco Jones had the best one out of all.
Killed it.
What?
Yes,
I disagree.
She killed it.
No,
I'm not gonna say the best. That's a bit of
all them joints, that wasn't a good one.
I like that.
Keke Palmer's was like Kid Bops. That was like Kid Bop.
Hey, hold on. Hey, we gotta go. Hey, let's go by each performance, and then we'll move. Yeah.
Sorry. Childish Gambino, you don't have to call. Auto tune trash. Next, I'm gonna give it up. Y'all say what y'all say what y'all thinking on Childish Gambino joint.
I don't know why he was up there, but
it was all right.
It was trash for me for sure.
Come on, man, and it was auto tune. Like what?
Yeah, it was
okay.
Usher, dog.
Yeah, that was one
of all of the men that they could have put on the stage. I don't know what was going on with that selection.
And I'm still mad about him being Simba.
now you being childish, man. Let that shit go, bro. Don't do it.
Man. Come on, dog.
Let that man make some money, man. Chill.
I'm just saying that joint. So Keke Pop. So that's Childish Gambino. I'm sorry. Does anybody else have anything else on Childish Gambino?
No.
I think that's a consensus right there.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer was Kid Bop 2.0, man.
Fact.
It was.
I like Keke Palmer. I didn't like her voice.
You mean as a person?
Is her butt real? Is her butt real?
It should be. You think her ass? Yeah.
Oh, y'all weren't looking at that part of the performance?
I've never known her to have a.
I've never known her to have a. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's real.
Well, say what you about to say,
no, I love the outfit for one. I thought her actual performance itself was good. Now her voice is like, I mean, have you heard Keke Palmer sing? I don't know. That's just her voice, but it does sound Kids Bop-ish.
Ish. That was Kids Bop's 2.0. I'm telling you.
Well, Keenan, it definitely was. Keenan based her performance off her body. Her vocals.
Hey, Jay, let me say this. Let me say this. Honestly speaking, at the end, watching the performance in its entirety, you gotta make sure all aspects are aligned.
Mm-hmm.
When she did a little twirl, I was like, I just don't remember that.
Twirl, at that twirl, you forgot about the music.
Yeah, they won't Kids Bop no more.
I don't know what you got there, Keenan. I'm not sure what you saw. I have to rewatch.
That man saw something. I'm gonna tell you that now.
The link in the chat. Hey, Princess, the link in the chat.
Hey, so on Keke, I love Keke, man, and I think the culture wants Keke to be a star, and so but it seems like we don't know where we want to put her. Right, and she's just not a performer or a singer. And I think for someone of a caliber of Usher, and I'm an R&B thug, as they say. I'm an R&B guy through and through. That's the last person I want to see on the stage singing, and the very last person I want to see on the stage, paying homage to Usher. So that to me, I think was a ball drop. She danced really well. You know what I mean? For what it was, I thought she did better than expected, even though it was pre-recorded. But it just wasn't a good choice. And the Usher Keke dynamic is getting overplayed too, right? Because he put her in the video, right? We talked about the events of last year, I think, and it's like, all right, like we get it.
I literally think that's the only reason why she was in the tribute. Which I mean, again, it's like it's over. It's over. Yeah.
That was a good point, Lewis. I didn't even put two and two together on that one.
But I love Keke, man. I want her to have as much success, but it's just like we gotta, stay over here.
For sure. Anybody else on Keke? Keke's performance?
We can go ahead, bro. Yeah, we go.
Summer Walker did good. And she did her part of good. You know what I'm saying?
That shit wasn't good. But
let me say this though. I do believe, I will say this, Jay. I do believe Summer Walker is a newer artist that's still R&B. Let me say that. Like I absolutely would give her that. I just wasn't. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Just say this. What was their thought selection on picking these damn people.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog.
I know
it's terrible.
To pay homage to Usher doesn't make any damn sense.
You got Tank, you got
Tank, Chris Brown. Like, come on, bro.
But Chris Brown on tour, and they kind of at odds. So I don't know if Chris Brown would have.
Yeah, but they have so many artists in his time, in Usher's time period.
They could have did it.
Mario, Lloyd, they could have chose anybody.
Yeah.
Hell, Tyrese was there.
Yeah.
And I brought this up to somebody last night, and they were saying some of the names that y'all are mentioning may not have been used because they're technically his peers. You know, like typically when there's a tribute, it's someone that's like the younger generation doing the tribute. Like Tyrese, Tank,
you say he got the award too early.
Yeah, well, basically, like those are his peers. So it would have needed to be like Mario,
Lloyd,
Luke James,
but
Avery Wilson, like those people, because they're
or Duran
generation.
Duran
would have killed.
And they did a whole commercial Instagram post pretending like he was auditioning to perform for the tribute, and then I thought he was going to be one of the performers, and he wasn't. I don't know if y'all saw that, like on BET's page.
But like my thing is, go ahead, Jay.
Preston, let me ask you something really quick though. If it was me, getting a tribute done, I would want it to be people that I felt like that were of that caliber. I get what you're saying, like they want the younger generation, but everybody we named, Brittany named Lloyd, Tank, those people that we named, I feel like it would have meant more to him. Because I ain't being funny. I felt like they disrespected that man.
They did.
I'm being real.
But see, like Tank and Lloyd are two different generations. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So like Tyrese and Tank and Usher, that would be the same generation. So let's just take for example, like Whitney Houston's tribute. How like it was, I think like Jennifer Hudson and like Fantasia and like those people, they are still very powerful singers, but Shaka Khan wasn't up there giving the tribute to Whitney Houston, or like it wasn't someone who was older than her or her same age range. Is all I'm saying.
Were the people that did the Whitney Houston performance, were they good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead, Lewis. I'm sorry.
But like Tyrese was in Usher's My Way video. That would have been dope. He could have came in singing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Brian and Brandon from Jagged Edge, they freaking wrote Nice and Slow. You get what I'm saying? They could have like, so it's just like, for me, again, I'm real deep in this R&B shit. Come on now. So I know like behind the scenes, the influence, Justin Bieber, he discovered his ass. He wasn't even there. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's just so many missed opportunities to honor. And I think I'm so passionate about it because I love R&B music, man. And it's like, that was, and I love the fact that they got it right by honoring Usher. But it's like, man, we got to make sure that we stay true to this. And the reason why Tank is important, and this is why I like Tank, he is driving the culture. He's being very intentional about driving R&B music for men and women forward, right? With the R&B Money podcast and things like that. Like, so I think he would have been a great choice too. So I get it, but I think that we have to do a better job of displaying, that's something Tank said, displaying our love in our music and making sure that's represented. And we're putting value on that in these moments. These people who have represented it for so long.
And I think, and I'll just say this too, I think that was the, like, that if the rest of the show was going to be rap and all the things, that was the moment. Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, BET used to do such a beautiful job of showing us new artists from all genres. Like, I remember that specifically. Like, one of my favorite artists till this day, Molly Music, I discovered from watching one of the award shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's like that would have been a beautiful moment too. And that's why and Mario's one of my favorites. We haven't heard from him. I mean, he's come out with things, sprinkled over the years, but like also bringing people back that we have not heard of, have not heard from in such a long time. Like, I just feel like it was such a missed opportunity. And for me, that was one of the biggest reasons why I'm like, and this is why I don't, right? Because like, if you're talking about BET music, like Black music, you have to honor all of it. and if you're gonna give us a sprinkle, that better be the best sprinkle that they got. And they gave us crumbs.
Yes.
I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Having Tinashe perform for Usher was just like
Stupid.
Stupid.
what's happening? Like changing the lyrics to like something about anybody gonna match my freak. Girl, don't nobody care about that song right now.
Yeah.
Do you know that she did the tribute for Janet Jackson at the BET Awards a few years ago?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, she already tributed somebody.
I just think this. I'm gonna say this. And it's probably not popular.
Wanted to.
And I'm not being funny. I just think with the influence he had on men, specifically in R&B, there should have been more men represented.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Like
100%.
just like, and this is the thing. I think Prince has made a really good point about this. Is probably one of the first times where, and Usher is my favorite artist of anything all time music. Period. Right? People don't realize how long this man been relevant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into the king of R&B joint. But what I will say is this is one of the first times somebody got honored and they're still going.
Yes.
Like he's still going while he's been honored. He's not off the top of the hill yet, right? So to Princess's point, people usually coming behind you. But even then, I feel like God, what's the song he's singing in the rain? It just slipped my mind.
You got it bad?
You got it bad. Even people like Omarion that can't really sing like that, there could have been dancing tributes to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's my man off the Shy? What's my man off the Shy?
Jacob Lattimore?
No, hell no. The other one.
Luke James, I said him.
Luke
I know
James.
you said him. Yeah, you did, Princess. But I can get it.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm saying is, I just hate, and I'm not disrespecting the ladies at all. He was too influential on that specific sector to go outside of that, and it goes back to the point about.
I agree.
Wouldn't he hand to what Jay just said? If I'm gonna hand pick, hey, I want this person doing that.
What?
I want that person doing that. I want this person doing that. Go. Like it feel like BET pick who going. Huh?
You got to run that. They would have been like, yeah, we're going to have Keke Palmer. Hey, yo, get out of here.
Yeah. Even like, so with Keke Palmer's performance, like with the outfit she had on, with the hat and all that stuff, I'm thinking about Atlanta dancers. Like I would have went with Sierra over Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
To really bring life, ATL, like all of that. I was just that same outfit, Sierra would have looked amazing in it. She would have been able to, like dance and like it was just.
Do you feel like that would have went into the peer conversation you just said, being that they're around the same age?
Well, that was someone else's opinion. I understood their opinion. I was just bringing it to the pod. But like, I'm just saying, if they were going to use females, is all I'm saying. Like, I feel like
she also did the Janet Jackson tribute, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Watch that back. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. So the rest of the artist, Coco Jones, she sounded good though. I'm a fan of Coco Jones.
I like that. I wouldn't have changed that. That one was good.
Oh yeah. All right. So I thought hers was good. Marsha Ambrosia with
I couldn't believe it. You cannot come out there and mess up that note. Like when I tell y'all, I was pissed.
So bad.
And it never and it's one thing, like there's a whole challenge around that note, right? So for you to come out there and butcher the note and she never got on the key. Like ever. The entire performance just sounded like that's what it's. I was like, what's happening? Like, is the mic, is it not in her ear?
No.
I was livid because Superstar is one of my favorite Usher songs.
Yes.
And so for her to just come out there and disrespect the note in the entire song, I wanted them to just cut the track. Cut it off.
Yeah.
I'm done. Cut the show.
I was livid. Just
it was bad. It was bad.
Whoever was fucking his songs up, he could have just jumped in and started singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
did y'all but I want to go back to this real quick. Did y'all see how Coco pulled a Usher on Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. That was smooth.
Yeah.
he wasn't ready for it.
He wasn't though. He was hot. He was hot. Yeah.
Coco something serious, boy.
Yeah, Coco.
And his new wife, she went to her first.
She did.
But out of respect, I feel like, she
that's what I feel like
her first, and then went to him, and then when she got to him, he didn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah,
because she was sitting right there. Now he know what it feel like.
Exactly.
That man.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, it was out of respect, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I'm gonna get that head slap in the car.
Oh, I know you not. After all that you talked about Kiki.
Look, some head
not
slap.
about to get your head slapped. Oh, okay.
What am I? I'm gonna have a hat on. All right. you catch some of the hat. It ain't as bad if you catch some of the hat. You understand? Look, I know y'all ain't talking about them pictures y'all said y'all would be taking with Chris Brown. We ain't even getting on that. Chloe would get good kisser. Chloe would good kisser.
It was all right.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You said Tinashe is her name?
Yeah.
Tinashe.
We're not even gonna talk about that one.
You can move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Teyana Tayler, Victoria Monet Bagger.
That was dope.
Women in it, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like it just is. That's what's throwing me off more than their performances for real.
You know what? I didn't hear.
Like just all the performances being strictly women. Like there was really no male performances, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to keep saying it's trash. I feel bad because it's all women. It's just like,
but they killed that performance. I don't care women or not. They really did.
No,
that was an iconic performance that they were mimicking. So
Yeah.
Okay. No, it was dope. It was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, for two women to do that, I thought that was interesting. You know,
that wasn't their first like interaction together. Wasn't there like this huge thing about them dancing together in the club and they were touching on each other, or am I making that up?
Well, they are both openly bisexual women.
It was.
So.
It was.
Yeah. I think that conversation just need to go ahead and happen.
The conversation.
What?
I'm stopping right there.
Oh, them in that.
Well, they're.
No, I'm stopping right there.
He talking about between them two. He's talking about between them two.
Yeah,
I mean,
chemistry only get that good. What you mean, Princess? What's that? What's that face mean?
No, I said they're both openly bisexual women.
Okay,
that's not this. It's not news. They definitely are.
I didn't know Teyana Tayler was openly bisexual.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I did not know.
She plays in the Lady Pond for sure. Yeah.
And
so does Victoria, even though Victoria is she engaged or that's just her boyfriend, but she's in a relationship with a man, but she's openly speaks about being bisexual.
Yeah,
she does. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't really.
So that wasn't a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked good. Ain't gonna lie to it.
It was good. It just caught me off guard.
It did. So next, Lotto doing Ludacris's voice on Ludacris's verse on that was the closing performance of the
Fast and the Furious.
Say that again.
Where was Ludacris recording Fast and the Furious? Where was he at?
Like, yo.
Hey, come on, chill.
John was gonna show up.
I don't understand. Like, no, for real though. Like, this is Usher. Like, I don't understand why Ludacris and Lil Jon were not on the stage.
They gotta have beef.
Lotto is who we have doing. Yeah, like it was just, I don't know.
I feel like the point you made earlier came back to bite BET. I think they put a whole bunch of relevant faces on a tribute that shouldn't have been relevant faces. Like, I feel like that's the one segment in the show. You don't got to be relevant. You got to be able to do what the song or performance.
You got to be good.
Yeah.
And that's for every tribute. You literally have some artists who are known at this point for being tribute singers.
Yep.
Like you're never really gonna see them perform on the main stage, but like you have like Fantasies and like people who are going to come out for the tribute.
You said Bow Wow?
No, Bilal.
AJ, man.
He did a Prince. He did one of the best tributes to.
Bro, I wasn't even joking.
Oh, my bad. He did one of the best tributes to Prince I've ever seen in my life.
Got you.
Yeah,
he is.
Bilal is dope.
And that's what that should have been. So they definitely dropped the ball.
Yeah. So
shout out to them for bringing the relevant faces, but they overdid it.
Yeah, for sure. And Usher still salute to him for getting
Hey, real quick.
Freya said it was trash. She said it was trash. though. We feel you.
No,
it was trash. Like, hey, said we feel you. But hey, look,
but
Usher,
real quick,
one thing we all agree on is that Usher does deserve the award, though, and the tribute. It's just the way they went about it could have been different. Anybody else got anything else on that?
real quick before we transition, because I know we're about to, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
How did y'all feel about his co-parenting speech?
Oh man, let me put that back up here.
I didn't like the way they muted his speech either. But I almost kind of feel like Usher got up there and was just, I don't know if he felt some type of way, just
he was
the tribute itself and alcohol. And, I just feel like he got up there and was just kind of just talking.
Yeah.
Brittany, what'd you say he was?
He was definitely intoxicated. He was drunk.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
Hey, that man said,
It didn't flow. It didn't make sense.
I'm
Hey, Louis,
that's
you
a
ain't
black award show if I ever seen one. You get an award and you're drunk when you receive it.
Yeah.
You ain't no good, man. You ain't no good. All right, so we go for time's sake. We're gonna move on to we got two videos that we're gonna react to, man. So again, salute to Usher, the BET Awards. They did what they tried to bring it back. Some room of improvement, some things was great. But next we got video reactions. I was actually happy to see this video, and I'm glad that we all as a full group get to come back to it. So Cory Hardrict recently said what it was like after he divorced, after him and Tia split. So we're gonna watch a quick video of him opening up about that, and then we're gonna react to our thoughts on that one.
It's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands, and no one's there for you, and it's just like, when you're a man, especially a black man, they're like, oh, he's tough, he's strong, but it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody see that.
Yeah.
Nobody see that.
Yeah.
You live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Cory Hardrict know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Yes.
I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like I'm here and I'm still going.
So my question is two things, 2.5 questions, 2.5. Does it make y'all feel any different about the videos we saw in the past about him not knowing to hug her or not? Because everybody's like, oh, we think they know, we think they talk. Does it make you feel any different about those videos that we saw? And B, what's y'all thoughts on him? What do y'all think now that he said that? Let me just stop right there. So do y'all think the same about the old video when they didn't know to hug each other? A lot of people was like, oh, nah. Like, they seemed like they knew it was a joke. Then the man just said he was crying himself to sleep for a year and a half. What's y'all thoughts on that? And then what is y'all current thoughts on where they stand between each other? Because I got something to say, but I'm going to wait. What's y'all thoughts on it? Damn, when a black man expresses himself, nobody want to say nothing? That's how it be, man. It's a cold world out here. It's a cold world out here.
I still feel the same way I felt in the past with those videos. I didn't, from what I remember, y'all, I barely remember yesterday, but I don't think that it was one of those, like, for me, at least with the hugging and all that, I think I remember saying, at least how I feel, it's more to it. It's always more to it, right? I like that he is saying this and he's being vocal about his experience, because when you are in such a public space, people will have opinions and will form opinions, right? And so I do appreciate the fact that he is speaking on what the reality was for him. I think that it sheds light on the timeline, right? Because some of us we were talking about, like, well, we don't really know how long it had been going on, right? And so he's even shedding light on it was a lot longer than I think the public knew about. So for him to be struggling like that and feel like he has no one, I think that part's very sad. But I still don't think that the videos that she was putting up about her being a single woman, right, and all those things, I still don't feel a way about it, because that's her experience and this is his experience. And shout out to him for, keep going with his career. He's in a movie now, right? Like, that's like, that we've all been talking about. So, shout out to him.
I think me personally, the old video with the, like you said, the awkward hug and everything, right? Mm-hmm. When I look back at that, to me, based off the context that he just displayed, I think that he was in he really didn't know how to respond to that personally, because like a lot of outside stuff going on, and he was dealing with a lot of stuff too mentally. So, and I think that there was a lack of communication somewhere in between them, to where a lot of things weren't maybe talked about enough to get clarity or closure, and he didn't know where to go from there. Now, based off what he just said, I definitely applaud him for communicating his feelings. That they're very valid. I think that this is a testament to where you see two people going through a breakup and they're handling it totally different. Like, she's not wrong for being in her, like, hey, I'm in my single girl. Not saying she's not hurting, though. And I think some people could look at that and be like, oh, she's just out having fun. This is what she wanted. And it's like, in actuality, that may be her coping mechanism with dealing with this situation. But don't nobody see when she's crying at night. Don't nobody see the things that she's going through with her kids. The same way he just, said that, we didn't know he was doing that, because it could be looked at as like, oh, he don't care. So I think this is a great example of people handle breakups very differently, but people still hurt. And we have to be open and honest and understand that because you handle things differently doesn't mean that she's wrong, because they were bashing her for a minute, like, oh, she out here making all these videos. And it's like, that's her way of coping with this right now.
So I'll put myself out there. Me and my wife had this debate, and it got a little heated, and I want to get y'all opinion on it. So I said the same thing, because they flashed to her on camera during the BET Awards. I was like, man. And I was like, all the videos and stuff is a bit much, because I just said the little videos are a bit much. My wife jumped on me and was like, well, why? She was doing that when they were together. Like, she was doing that when they were married. She was doing videos like that, this, that, and the third. My rebuttal was, but when circumstances change, doesn't your response to that change? Like, because you know that we're in a vulnerable space, that video may not hit the same to me anymore, because things have happened now. So she was like, well, she's been doing it, so I don't see the problem now. And my point was, like, I get that she's been doing it, but the fact that they were going through a separation and a divorce, does it matter that could be perceived different? Not from like jealousy or no standpoint like that, but from the standpoint of like, is my feelings going to be considered as we go through this? What's y'all thoughts on that?
Are you just talking about her little silly videos that she posts?
I don't be super looking at all her videos. So, Princess, I don't know all of them, but I'm saying specifically like the ones that are geared towards dating now.
Oh.
Those. Like, all of them, no, but like the ones when we going through it and you posting you posting videos about you dating or this guy, that guy. I get she always did videos, but it's gonna be different now that we divorced now. We're not together. It might not feel the same. Should she consider how he felt in the middle of a divorce?
No.
Brittany, stop it, man.
Why?
Brittany about guns, boy. No.
They still have a relationship, right? It may not be the same, but they still have a relationship. So I think it is like, I think you should be considerate. Now, you shouldn't change who you are, right? But you should be considerate of that person, because they also share a child, right? And it's someone that you still care about. It's just a different level of caring, so to speak. But I think there should be some consideration personally.
But
I just don't think she was doing anything crazy. Like, I don't think the videos she was making were some outlandish, disrespectful things. And why are we catering to his feelings? Like, if this is me and who I am, right? Like, if I was doing these videos before, there's no different. There might be a different undertone. There might be a different meaning. Okay, fine. Maybe I need to lighten it up if I realize that, because I don't mean no disrespect. But I just kind of feel like, why should I have to, if I'm used to doing something, why am I considering somebody else's feelings when I'm doing something that I used to do or I always do? That doesn't mean that I'm less of a co-parent or I'm less of a mom or I'm less of a baby mom, whatever to you. That's not fair. That's not fair for her. I don't think, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Now, if she was doing some off the wall videos, being downright disrespectful to her previous relationship, then all right, okay, we have something to talk about. But I really haven't seen anything where I'm like, oh, okay, she needs to tone it down a little bit. It's
so
just,
can
I agree.
I ask you a question? I want to ask you, Brittany, and I know you're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna ask you this. Now, last show, at the end of the show, we were talking about male feelings and communicating and what matters and all this stuff, right? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So get is nothing reckless. She's not saying anything reckless. He comes to you. Y'all are going through the separation, divorce, whatever. You're trying to make it amicable, whatever the case may be, right? So he lets you know that it bothers him now. Like, it's hard for me to see you just so, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, I just need that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He says it to you, and you're saying, why do I gotta consider that?
Yeah, I'm still gonna say that.
I'm sorry. I would really have to agree with that. Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. My screen looks weird. Okay.
Go ahead,
Go ahead. You was about to add on.
I agree. I agree with you, Britt. Like, I don't know, and I guess I pay attention to her corny videos, and I don't feel like she's done anything wildly disrespectful. I remember like an interview coming out where she was talking about how it's hard being single and whatever. So that was an interview, not one of her corny videos. And then I recall one where she was kind of like, it was like a little joke about younger dudes hitting on her or whatever. But outside of that, I really don't recall her doing a whole bunch of videos about dating.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing, and I'm not knocking her. I'm not getting on her videos or his content. But if somebody comes to you and says it's bothering them that you're supposed to, quote unquote, have been like, and this is the thing, in them same interviews.
Not to cut you off, Sneak. Did he come to her and say that?
No, I'm just having a conversation. No, I'm just having a conversation. Yeah. But so, like, I'm also saying in that very same regard, when you get on and say, yeah, I feel like I graduated from marriage or I graduated from this, like, that could be taken one way or the other. Like, graduation feels very like, yeah, I left that behind. I'm better than that now. Like, you say things like that. Hey, I'm not saying she should or shouldn't. I'm not saying y'all should change your mind. But I'm trying to understand, if we were once these two people locked in a marriage, me and you versus the world, and we're trying to get out of this thing in a respectful way. And I'm coming, and this is another thing that he said that I get at. I don't think mothers understand this as much. And I'm being honest. Most of the times when I see divorces happen, kids typically go with their moms, right? When you're a dad that's very involved in his children's life, and you get that taken away, and now your dynamic is that you're not with them all the time, that can mess with you on top of what you're going through with the wife. That's very hard, right? Mm-hmm. So you have all those feelings, and we're supposed to be locked in once upon a time, and now I'm telling you, like, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling, like this, that, and the third, what, woo, woo. Why does what we once have and respect for what we once had, until we get out of it? Like, I'm not saying be all considerate way far beyond, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, until we get out of it, why is there not going to be a line in the sand like, hey, can we get here first, and then you do whatever you got to do, and I got to deal with it? I'm not saying they be divorced for 2 years and she's still like, oh, I can't post this, but she ain't really stopped during the whole moment.
I don't know. I just don't see a problem. It's what she's posting. Like, you literally have to show me something that was disrespectful to him or cross that line boundary that they quote unquote drew in the sand, whatever, leading towards divorce. Like, if I'm leaving you, I'm out the door. That does not take away from the father that you are. That does not take away from the relationship that we built, right? My intentions are never to disrespect you. But if I say that, oh, I graduated from marriage, or if I'm like, that's how I'm describing my feelings in this moment in time, in this mindset. So it could be a conversation of maybe your use of language, words hurt my feelings type thing. Like, maybe that's something they need to talk about. I don't know. But either way, like, for you to just say, like, why is she not considerate of the feeling? I didn't say that. I said if he came to you and said it was bothering him, not just outright considerate. If he came to you and said, hey, X, Y, and Z, not you supposed to mind read and say that. Brittany, this is literally the argument you made 2 weeks ago. I'm confused.
Okay. I'm start back here. Any other thoughts on Cory?
I'll say something real quick. I just think that I think that on both sides, right? I think that we could take like the viewers and the people that are outside of all this, we could take anything that they say to then say, oh, are they saying this about this person, right? Because to your point, Keenan, like yes, I get the on Tia's part, right? And what we can view from that. But even with what he said, people could take what he said and all they hear is the fact that he said, everybody knows I was all about my kids. I live 5 minutes away from my kids. And they're like, oh, is Tia keeping him away from his children? Oh my gosh, so she out here doing all this, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like yeah, conversations for people that are going to be in the public eye, I think that those types of conversations should happen behind closed doors. But at the same time, and I just keep going back to, there's so much time that we have no idea about. It was a year and a half, right? So we've heard about this more recently. And so what has been going on and all the things, sure, if they decide let's have a mutual conversation about, we're just not going to discuss it at all, right? Because then it will be like, then nobody talks about the divorce or anything like that until you sign the paper. And then cool, you have to make it a level playing field if you're going to do that at all, right? But it can't be like, okay, she can't say this, but then he can say that, because anything can be taken out of context. Anything can be taken, because when you are in the public eye, we're sitting here talking about it right now. You know what I'm saying? And we could be completely wrong on all fronts. We have no idea. And so I just think that if it is a conversation, which I don't think there's ever a problem with it being a conversation, especially because they have children together. And so I'm always mindful of like the kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if dad is saying I have a problem with this and mom is now not respecting that, what is the tension gonna be like between mom and dad? And the children are gonna pick up on those tensions that are already there because the divorce is taking place, right? And so for me, it's like to hold the peace, to keep the peace when kids are involved, do what you gotta do. But that's just my thoughts on that.
No, that's real. 110%. 110%. Any more thoughts on Cory opening up and what he was saying, how he was feeling, X, Y, and Z? All right, the next video is dedicated to Princess about soft guy era.
I felt that you want to show up for my birthday in St. Louis. I felt that you want to give me the time and attention that I needed. I told you we should just become friends because it seemed like that you weren't showing me no interest.
You wanted me to court you and woo you like you was my girlfriend.
I never did want to do that.
Yes,
you just
you
saying
did.
that, okay. But you can
No,
have
that's
that.
real talk.
You can have that. Okay.
That's real talk.
Okay. You didn't show up for my birthday.
Oh, hey, so to Jay's question, hold on. To Jay's question, so the video was about him feeling like he didn't get the time and attention that he wanted. So he felt like they would be better as friends. Do you all see a problem with why he moved from relationship to friendship based off what he gave her? You didn't come to my birthday. You didn't. She says you wanted me to court you like you were my girlfriend. Do you all see an issue of A, her response, and B, him wanting to become friends now based off not getting something that he needed?
What I tell y'all on the thing, she didn't like him. I told y'all that. She doesn't like him. No woman who likes you is gonna not show up for your birthday or do whatever. Women love that. If she really locked in with you, get out of here. She doesn't like him. Run the tape of my advice to our dear friend.
Hey, who you want to hear from though? Asia. Who she want to hear from?
I ain't gonna lie, Asia. That gotta be your new name, yo. That beats out everything.
Yeah.
But you don't think there's real talk. You don't think there's instances where, so you feel like no matter what, Earth 99, you feel like no matter what, there's no circumstance or anything that he could ask for that you would just love to do it because you like him. It can never be too much because you like him, because you love him. The expectation can never become too much.
No.
It depends on what stage we are. You can't just day one be asking me for something outrageous and I'm going to say yes. But birthdays are like bare minimum, in my opinion.
Ladies,
he said
what do y'all
birthday.
thought? Okay, touche. Brittany, Asia. I'm gonna go to Asia first. Asia, what's your thoughts on it?
I agree with Princess. That lady don't like that man. That's what it is. Like she just doesn't, right? Because and I'm only going based off of that clip. Because what it sounds like is that he said, you did not show up for my birthday. That is clearly something that was important to him. That it sounds like he has said to her before, right? Like, oh, be nice if you came to my birthday, or this, I'm having this to my birthday, or whatever the case may be. And the fact that she did not show up, and then that was her response. Once again, I don't know what happened beforehand or after, but if he's saying like, hey, it's my birthday, I wanted you to be there, and then her response is, you want me to court you? There has to be more to that, because what? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. She does not like that man. She's been looking for a reason out. She never was gonna go on that trip anyway, and now she's gonna make him feel like it's all his fault. And now she just called him. She disrespected him, in my opinion. She basically called him out his name.
Yes.
Demasculated him.
Yeah.
And that part's wild. That's how I know she didn't like him. That's how I know she.
And most women love birthdays. Like, in general, we just like to celebrate. We love to celebrate a good birthday versus, a lot of men are a lot more low key, with their birthday. They're not having like birthday dinners like females are and stuff like that, and planning this whole big shebang. So most times, if you're in a relationship or dealing with someone that you really rock with, if from the female's perspective, we are definitely going to celebrate that man, because a lot of times he's gonna be like, it's just my birthday, it ain't that big of a deal. But it's like, no, we're gonna do something. So she don't like that man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna argue a point back. I think what you said just makes it easy for a woman, because it's not that big to us. That's why my point is, if he set an expectation of something on his birthday, hear me out. I agree with you. I'm like that. Like, it's cool. It's whatever. So like, yeah, you like celebrating, but you also have control over the celebration, because you can do whatever you want. Like, but if a guy came in with an expectation, no matter where the bar is, I think that would be different. Let me be very clear. I wholeheartedly agree with y'all that dudes aren't super like in this big celebrations, right? But I think that also plays to the fact of this, even though I disagree with it, with this quote unquote soft guy air. Back to the conversation we had off camera. What if a guy came in and said, hey, on my birthday, I want bop, 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 bop? Would it be as easy versus somebody that's saying like, oh, no, I'm good, like I'm chilling, and then you on your own go celebrate them? I can't complain about that, because you celebrating me in your own way, because I didn't want nothing anyway. But what if a guy come in and say, hey, for my birthday, it better look like XYZ? And you better not let me down.
I agree with what Asia and Princess is saying. I'm gonna tell you why. Whether a man is coming in saying, hey, I want the bop, 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 whatever, or he's coming in, because I'm the same way. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a low key. Hey, you want to do good? I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I ain't making no noise. But if a woman is into you, no matter what you say at that moment, she's still thinking of something that she can do for you in that moment of service. So I don't care what you say, bro. She was not into that man.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with that point.
Yeah, but you think is coming in saying bop, 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 would a woman still respond the same? It's about if she likes him or not. That's it. It's only one thing.
I don't disagree with the if she likes him. Like, we've had that conversation. I don't disagree. Let me try to re-clear. Well, Asia, you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, because I think, Keenan, that you're talking about, because we're saying like, okay, if a dude is typically like, I'm chilling, all the things, then it makes it easier, right? If you are the type of woman that wants to celebrate, then you're just like, yeah, all the things. But if a dude already comes in on 1,000 and he's like, I need a mansion, yacht, party, I don't know, all the things, blase, blase, and he's giving you the list of all the things, is your question, is it easier or not for a woman to then do all the things?
Yes. Like, would it still be like, because we love it, oh yeah, we're gonna do it? If the list is extensive, it may be extensive. The nigga may love his birthday. Is it still the same energy? Oh, because we love doing X, Y, and Z, we'll do it.
I think so. I think so. And the only reason I'm gonna say why I'm saying that is because, like, for instance, and I'll go to something that you said previously when you asked about like do spoiled people know that they're spoiled, right? And the way that sometimes men and women spoil their people differently. I think if you know that you have a man that you are interested in or that you like, and his taste could be on 1,000 all the things, because you want to make sure that his day is special, you are still going to get, even if you cannot get all 1,000 things on his list, you're doing all that you can do to get as close to it as you can, right? Depending on what your means are and all the things, just to show how much you care for this person. If you know that's how they are, right? Because you just want them to be happy. So if you know that that's what makes them happy in that instance, to celebrate them, then I think if you like that, if you love that person, you're going to do what you can do. Because it's also a thing on you too. It represents you too. So in the same ways how we talk about like men, like we say like y'all do certain things for your wives, not only because it's something that she might want, but it's also a reflection on you. I also am like, yeah, your boys are gonna know. They're gonna like, you got a good woman. You got a good woman because I did this for you. Like it's the same. It's the same way for us. It literally is.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? Any thoughts on that? Any last thoughts on that? The reciprocation piece, how he felt, X, Y, and Z. We all good. All right. I think this is going to be a spicy one. Our next one.
Wait, we got time out before we move on. We got another thing before we get to topics.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get into topics?
We go. I mean, we've been on what for 1 hour and 40?
Yeah.
20.
Hour and 20.
I'll be honest with you, bro. This scenario got to get done. I will make it short though and precise. Okay.
Yeah, we'll cut the questions down. We'll just do one each.
I think we got some flexibility around that, bro.
Louis said he ain't been out here all night. Okay.
All right.
Hey, that's why we got Princess leave.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
For sure. I'm out.
That's my dog. Hey, that's my dog right there.
All right. So, scenario. What up? I'm a barber and have been for 10 years. In the past 4 years, me and another one of my barbers at the same shop have gotten really close. I turned off of it. My fault. We hang, talk, and chill. That's my guy. I've been dealing with my same lady for the last 5 years on and off. We took a recent break for 8 months, but I was working to get her back. That was the context. Here's the problem. Me and my bro from the shop went to the DR about 3 months ago. This was during the break of me and my lady. We had a good time. We were doing the things that DR offers. We get back, everything is cool. Me and my lady get back together. Fast forward, we're at a house party, the three of us. I see him and my lady talking, which isn't a problem. Come to find out, he was showing her pictures of all that we did in the DR.
Right.
I.e., pics of paid services that we got. She didn't share until we got home. She left me and now wants nothing to do with me. I had no effing clue he had the pics of what went down and why this MFer was showing them to her. I'm pissed and I want to retaliate.
He likes boys. He likes boys and he wants them.
Yo,
that was an intrusive.
Yo,
it just happened.
It
slipped out, but that's how I feel.
The guy that showed him.
Yeah.
My first thought is, why do you have pictures of that? That was my first thought. Like, I don't like, bro, why you got pictures on the trip, man? Of that. Does everybody understand what the pictures were of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, bro, first, and this is the thing. Guy trip etiquette, man.
Oh,
so I got a question. Is he wrong because they weren't on a break? They were on a break.
No, he's not wrong. They're on a break.
Technically, no. Yeah.
Would y'all still leave if y'all saw the pictures later?
Hey
man, fuck y'all, man. We going to topics of the night, man. Forget y'all.
If he was actively trying to get me back and like doing all the extras, but was also doing that on the side, and then I find out from his homeboy, yeah, I'm mad. Yes, I am mad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't get why you sharing that as a bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why you even have that and don't nobody know about it?
He protecting his boyfriend. He doing exactly what that man like men.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's either that or he want her.
She will, yeah.
One or the
That's
other.
my foot though.
Because he's
a
probably
horrible-
been venting to him about, what they going through. So it's either that. He either wants him or he wants her.
That's a horrible way of trying to get in.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Hey.
I'm just mad at like you showing pictures of this joint, bro. Like, how did you take them?
Yeah, that first of all, that's fucking fed behavior. Like you want.
You said how?
Second of all, I'm gonna go back to what Princess was saying. Maybe you could like him or her. The part that that never clicked in my brain is this man is questioning should he retaliate. The level of me whooping his ass would have been insane.
Yeah, but the part he gave me, the retaliation part that he said I wasn't gonna say out loud on this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that was fair.
Oh, he was gonna do some wild shit.
All right, bro. Is anybody else? I don't know.
That
Like,
was nuts.
nah. So my thing, so Princess, they said how like if you on a trip with your peoples, Rob, what up? Dre said to say that he wants her man. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That is insane. Yeah, doubt.
That
I'm
man
not going there.
Bro, at all costs.
I would just be like, and then there's another aspect that I won't get into, but I'm just like, bro, why do you have those pictures? Why do you have them?
Why?
But we're okay.
Go ahead.
Really, we can speak. You're asking how he had the pictures and stuff. I'm like, were they dealing with the same person? You know what I'm saying? These are paid services, so I mean,
yeah,
you
but
don't think it was no type of train? He could have been in the room.
Yeah, dog. But the thing is, if he don't know you, if that service is being done on the same person, that means I know you have them because I saw you take them. He didn't know that he had them.
Oh shit!
Worse, that means he in
His
the
eyes could have been closed. He could have been really into
Nah,
it.
come on, you can't get away. No, he legitimately said when he came home and saw and showed the pictures, he didn't know those pictures were taken. So that means
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How do you not know?
Hey, bro,
his eyes could have been closed.
Give me all the story how I got it.
Hey, somebody lying to you, bro.
Your eyes could be closed, but your ass gonna see a flash come on.
Yeah, somebody lying to you, dog.
Everybody don't take pictures with the. See, that's a rookie move. Why would you use the flash, Jay?
No, the rookie move is.
You know, hey, Princess is gonna capture some moments.
Yeah,
exactly.
No flash required.
First of all, the rookie move is I'm not letting you bring no phones in the room anyway. Put that shit.
Wow.
What do you want?
That's insane, man. That's insane. I just wanted to share that. I thought that was really good in there. I wanted to share that. We about to head it over to Princess and Lewis for the topics of the night. All right, Princess and Lewis, man, take off.
All right, Princess. I think we're gonna start with the video. So we're gonna go over platonic relationships. I don't know if you have that queued up now or not.
Yep, you ready for it now?
Yep, we ready for it. Let's go.
You were the girl that is insecure if another woman like cooks for you as a friend. That's crazy.
Wait, okay. So a girl that cooks for you as a friend, is your girlfriend there?
No.
Oh, you got women fucked up.
But I have healthy platonic relationships with women.
See, stop right there. I know what you have. It's about convincing your girl about what you have.
I've allowed one of her male friends to cook for her before when I wasn't there.
All right, before we go any further, is he a handsome guy?
Yeah.
And he cooked for your girl like in your house?
No, in her crib.
And you weren't around?
No. You have to get out of that internet insecure mind state, Kieran.
I don't think it's insecurity.
They went to high school together. Like they're actual friends. Like now all of a sudden after 15 years, like because he can whip up an omelet, they're gonna start fucking.
It happens.
Breakfast food is dangerous.
You said breakfast food?
Yeah, you did. Hey, that omelet something serious, Lou.
Breakfast food is dangerous. All right, so listen, I wanted to bring this up because personally, I haven't been in a place to where I could really understand or handle platonic relationships until later in life, right? Whether it's via insecurity or via my own projections of what my initial gateways I had to deal with women, right? Becoming their friend and then eventually taking it to another place, right? But this environment, we're all friends, it's platonic. I want to direct this to Asia specifically. I want to get your thoughts. So how do you handle platonic relationships outside of the opposites, with the opposite sex, with your significant other? How does that work? How do you set those boundaries?
There's certain things, like if I'm not gonna do it, well, first of all, let me go to the video, because there's no way that I'm cooking. Like, I'm not cooking for my platonic male friend that has a girlfriend. I'm never doing that. The optics don't look good. Why am I cooking for you anyway? Like, I feel like that's a girlfriend thing. That's a girlfriend role. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, if I feel like I'm doing something that is a girlfriend role with a platonic friend, I'm not doing it. Period. Like, I'm just not doing it. Like, there's certain conversations, like, and I have a good amount of like platonic male friends, right? And there are certain things that I'm like, I don't want to know. We're not talking about that. We're not no. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that it's like, because I understand that there can be a slippery slope. So it's understanding, like, okay, what is that slippery slope? And also, if your girl was here, would she be looking at me crazy? If the answer is yes, I'm not doing it.
So hold on, talk about this. Does this girl not know you're his friend?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, she does.
Oh,
but I'm still not.
That doesn't matter.
I'm still not cooking for him.
Right.
Like, there's still just certain boundaries, because once again, it's like, for me, out of respect, like, for the friendship, for the relationship, like, there has to be boundaries, right? Because if it even looks like there could be something other going on, right? Then that means I'm putting your girl, I'm making an insecurity in her. I'm a girl's girl. I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things. It's like, I can give you advice all day. We can get lunch, right? All the things, but there's certain things that I'm just like, no.
So cooking is drawing the line.
For me, like, yeah, for me, cooking is one of those things, especially an omelet. It really, breakfast to me.
Breakfast, I'm telling y'all.
I just feel like that's crazy. I feel like the safest meal, I don't know where this is coming from, but I feel like the safest meal in my mind is like, okay, we're going out to grab lunch. There's no breakfast, there's no dinner. It is straight lunch.
Interesting.
And I ain't cooking
it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, fellas? Let's get a guy's opinion. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thoughts? It's different for us. I know my experience platonically is different than it is for a woman, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that originally, when I first started out with having those platonic friendships, I was more so like you, Lewis, because things had escalated to things that didn't need to happen, and you start to realize, like, yeah, this is. But being older now, having a lot of relationships like that now. To go back to Asia's point, I don't think the cooking thing is very, very aggressive. But I think that it's not the point. He has to make his woman feel comfortable. So to me, if I'm in that situation, if she's cooking, then she's cooking for us. We're going over there together. Like, we're going to eat together, because I don't want you to think that there's anything going on. And I feel like if you're my platonic friend, that wouldn't be a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, oh, no problem. Yeah, me and Shorty coming through right now. Okay, she cooking this. But I think that wasn't explained, or if it's not being explained, it could look a certain type of way. And breakfast is crazy, because normally you get that breakfast cook after you had a good night. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bit different. But for me personally, if you're gonna do anything with your friend, and I know there's gonna be times, like you said, Ace, a great point. We can go to lunch all day. You can go out with your homeboy, like that's your go to lunch. But when you start doing the in-house stuff, like, hey, I'm cooking, no. That's disrespectful.
I get it. I probably got an unpopular opinion. I get it. I don't necessarily disagree. I feel like this comes down to attraction. If it's an ugly girlfriend, she can cook. The second part is, what if that same friend has cooked for y'all as a couple before in-house because y'all cool? Like, I really feel like this specific. I feel like the cooking attached to an attractive person of the opposite sex. Like, it got to be an and, not an or. You know what I mean? Like, if this person's not attractive, I don't think nobody tripping on that. Breakfast or no breakfast, omelet or no omelet. I
disagree. Because unfortunate looking people get taken down every day.
I agree with you, Keenan. I agree with that.
Get taken down every day.
So, Princess, cool.
Yeah,
we
I
can
don't
agree to disagree. But if he got an ugly girlfriend that you know that he ain't worried about, that breakfast, that you may still not like that ain't gonna have the same energy behind it. Now, if she pretty, you like, ho, because this is so. Can that same friend?
So what if she ugly with a body? What if she ugly with a body? Then what?
Yeah, her appearance has nothing to do with has nothing to do with the role that she is now playing. Like that's disrespectful to me. I don't care if she look like Shrek. That's disrespectful to me.
So Brittany, if you ever on the side of the road, don't ever call a male friend to come get you if I can't.
That's different.
I bet it is.
There's a level of
hold on. So what's
hold
on. Let's rewind back.
Somebody.
What's the analogy there? What is
with the tires? That's a spouse role kind of.
Yeah, they're talking about spouse role. They're specifically saying cooking holds a specific role in play.
No,
correct?
Here's correct. But
so what if you were at work and you couldn't come get that spare tire?
Hold on, one at a time, y'all. One at a time, y'all.
I'm basically saying what Jay is trying to say. Like, your friend should not be the first person that you call. But if your husband's unavailable or your partner's unavailable, then sure, call a friend. However, with the cooking scenario, there's never a moment where you would be so hungry that person would be your only option for food because McDonald's is right there. Right. That is disrespectful.
Oh, come on, man. Okay.
Like, all jokes aside, cooking is a very intimate.
So you're telling me if he's just chilling with a friend that you know you've chilled with or whatever, it's not like hey, I'm coming over to cook for you. I think that, like, if they like, oh, you know what, let me come cook for you today. It's a bit aggressive. We cooling, chilling. She opts to go make something to eat for both of us. Like, it's not like the sole act was let me come to your house and cook for you.
Wait, but that's not what we've been saying. But like, I don't.
Time out. Is Keenan, are you saying in your scenario that you just said is just y'all two chilling at the house, and then she says, "Hey, you hungry? I'm hungry too. Let me just cook for us." Say y'all just chilling.
And she say she starts by making something herself.
But y'all are chilling in the house together. I'm asking that. It's just y'all two in the house?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. I'm just asking what your scenario
is. I know. I get you. Okay. But in that same regard, it's like, I think if the act was like, hey, let me come over to your house at 12 and cook for you. Okay, that's a bit aggressive. Like, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all are hanging out, chilling, or whatever the case may be, it's like, oh, you got such and such. I'm about to make this. Do you want me to make you any too?
So let me ask you a question, Keenan. So if you in that moment, let's say that happens, right? Then she starts cooking something. She was already cooking an omelet for herself, right? Then she's like, hey, you want to whip your omelet? You're like, yeah, woo, that's cool. Your girl FaceTime you. Oh, I'm at such and such house. Yeah, she cooking me something to eat. How would that make your girl feel in that moment?
Like, if I'm on time out. First of all, she already knows I'm over there, first and foremost. So, like, if we pick up and I say such and such just made omelets, bro, if that destroys your relationship, you should never be over there in the first place.
It's not about the destroying relationship. You're missing the point of what it looks like.
But listen to what I'm saying, though. You going over there, and if you in a healthy relationship with your partner, that means she knows that you're over there, or that person's coming to chill at your house. Can we get that out the way?
So what are you eating for dinner then? What's your wife eating?
Jay, hold on. I'll answer that, but answer my questions though. Can we say that if you're in a healthy relationship and you have a friend of the opposite sex and it's platonic, if you're going over there to chill or vice versa, your partner knows. Can we get that out the way?
Yeah.
I have a problem right there. If I could be totally honest with you.
Like, what are we talking about?
I'm already
look at Louis
not there. Only because and I'm gonna say it just like this, and I'm gonna say it because y'all are like my bros, and what Louis said in the beginning, right? There is no scenario, and I mean no scenario, where I would be at one of y'all houses without your wife being present or without somebody else being with me. It would never, and I mean never, be just me. And I could have known y'all. Let's say I knew y'all since we were in diapers. Because for me, the optics, it just looks and sounds crazy. That's why I was like, are you saying it's just y'all two in the house? Without anybody else there?
Asia, I get your boundary. I get y'all boundary. But hear what I'm saying. Just keep it within the scenario. If that happens, you would agree, if you're in a healthy relationship, that they know that you're going there or vice versa. You agree, right?
Sure. What you're saying? Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So would you not have a problem with your wife going to the dude crib like that?
I think the thing is like, if I gotta worry about somebody like that, they not friends.
Okay, but that, so all of this is irrelevant. Like, let's say Keenan, that is.
I still ain't get through my scenario, but y'all go ahead.
Okay, no. I'm gonna back up your scenario that you brought up. Okay. Let's say that we did agree to whatever. You're in a healthy relationship, whatever. My wife knows I'm over here. My husband knows I'm over here. The part that I think that's being overlooked is the disrespect aspect of it. Because let's say in 2 hours, your wife is preparing this spectacular meal, a surprise meal. You're not hungry no more because now your best friend done whipped up a meal for you or whatever. I'm just saying there's a level of, there's a boundary that's set that it's literally crosses the line of disrespect to me. It's one thing if we're cool, if I'm okay with you chilling over there, then fine, y'all are chilling. But if you're going to cook or do all these things, like Jay says, she FaceTime you and it's like, oh yeah, she just kind of cooked for me. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I wasn't just out here whipping up a steak for you and everything else.
So Brittany, I'm gonna go back to what Asia said earlier. We can go and do lunch and drinks though, right?
What I missed?
That's different.
So I said, the thing that I said was, it could never be breakfast. It could never be dinner. The only acceptable meal would be lunch. That's what I said.
And Asia also said that optics, right? It looks bad. Mm-hmm. I'm out with my platonic girlfriend. We have a platonic relationship, and we out at lunch getting. I ain't gonna put that. Hey, Dre, I ain't gonna put that on the screen. I want you. Can I? Hey, look. We damn, I can do that. But
let's just show it, bro.
You know who can't do it?
That's right, girl.
Hey.
Yo, but the thing I'm saying is, you said optics, right? I'm at lunch.
You know Louis love omelets too.
Jay,
I'm at lunch having drinks with said person. Those optics don't look bad.
What I'm saying is, if there are options, my whole thing was, if there has to be a meal, once again, I'm keeping it in context of what we're talking about, people cooking and all the things. I'm saying, if there is no breakfast, first of all, there's no cooking indoors. That's what I'm saying. Between two people, there's no cooking indoors. Right. I'm saying the only acceptable meal for me personally, would be y'all are getting lunch. There's no y'all even going out to breakfast. To me, why y'all together so early in the morning and why y'all together so late at night? Lunch is the only acceptable for me. That's the thing. I said, if I had to choose.
Hey, Asia. Yeah. Asia, can I ask you a question? What if she cooked for you and her boyfriend? What if he cooked for you and his girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we already answered it.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that the scenario that's being played.
Go ahead, Princess. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, I think that's the scenario that's being played is specifically for that individual saying, I want to cook for you. I don't know if it's just me, but that's the way that I interpret it. Like, not some, oh, I'm just at the house and then somebody magically started cooking. It's like, is it okay for your significant other to have a platonic friend? That friend invites them over and says, hey, I'm gonna cook dinner tonight. Come over. And it's just them going over there. That's the way I interpreted the scenario from what we watched. And for me, that is a no, because cooking, there's just a level of intimacy when you're cooking for someone. That is very personal. Not only are you in that person's space, but the act of cooking for someone. Why do I want to just invite you over to cook? Even if I'm a cooker and I really enjoy cooking, I'm inviting you over to feed you because I want to nurture you. I want to feed you. I want you to be full. Like, no, I'm not doing that for my platonic friend if they're in a relationship.
Yeah, because you're cooking for your boyfriend is that. You're cooking for your friend is not that. I'm about to eat.
But
you
I
want
feel
something
like
I get what you're saying,
No.
Kenan. You're saying it's the same act, but it's different intentions behind the same act.
Yes.
I agree.
You see the way all their male friends can come pick them up off the side of the road. You peep that too, right?
I peep, but it's a public setting, so it's a different environment, right? But I think
call her spouse first.
To put a cap on it, because this one's going long. I like this. It was a good question. It was my question, by the way. But as I was saying, no, I'm not trying to get off, bro. This nigga, he gonna have me on till 5 a.m. talking about this. Listen, all I'm saying is this. I think it's great. I think platonic relationships should have boundaries, and I'm curious about this because I've recently gotten to the point where I see value to having female perspectives to leverage, right? As a part of my maturation as a human being. And I think for so long, men, I've strayed away from them because I never felt like my intentions were pure when I had them when I was younger. And I never wanted to create an opportunity for anything, for optics, for it to look like something other than what it was, right? But I think that there's tremendous value to having platonic relationships. But things like cooking and stuff for someone in their home or in your home when their spouse is not present, I think creates the wrong perception, even regardless of what the intention is. Regardless of what the intention is. You know, it just is what it is. All right, P, it's over to you.
And I just wanted to add one thing to that. Kenan, it made me think about our friendships on the podcast. I don't know if you recall last year, I was very adamant about meeting the wives.
For sure.
Was I not?
You were.
And there was a reason for that. Because we do we're starting to do so much traveling, like all this stuff. And if you don't know each other's partners and build that relationship with a partner, lines can look very blurred. Why she's standing so close to them? What are they talking about? Why is the conversation so long? So that's a reason, because to me, there's a boundary there, and there's a certain level of respect that I have for all of y'all's wives, where it's like, hey, no, I want to formally introduce myself as Princess, and I am a friend to your husband. But there's certain things like bound, and even Kenan, like for the podcast party last year, whenever me and Steph got there, and we had to come to your house, right? Before Britt and them got there, the Airbnb wasn't ready. Remember, I was like, where's your wife?
Yeah, you were.
I didn't feel comfortable being in your home without your wife being there, and I had never met her before, because I'm her, I'm like, who is this one? What the hell? I'm like, who is this woman in my house? So I just feel like certain things just come with respect, then, that there should be boundaries there.
I don't disagree, but like two things, right? That goes back to me and her trust and dynamic. Like, I ain't gonna have nobody that's a threat in my house. Like, it's nothing like that. It was simple and plain. Y'all Airbnb.
So you saying I'm ugly?
No.
Princess, what are you doing?
All right, next question. So, all right, we have another video. It's fine. So we have
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we and the craziest part is, like, I've known you the longest out of everybody, but we still getting to know each other, right? But the point I'm making is, from a communication standpoint, like, if that's what's going on, you never would have been like, if anything like that was potentially going to happen, that nobody like that would be in my house, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I will give y'all this. I get why y'all look at cooking that way. I do. I get it. But, bro, that's only for look. I'm not even because you really just bagged yourself with the point I made earlier. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
So look,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Question. Look, Prince is about to
Jay,
go
you
next.
muted. Jay, you muted.
No, you're not, bro. Don't let that. Look.
No, you're not.
Hey, look, my dumb ass gonna look down too. Look, real quick before Princess go to her next question though. And also too, it goes to the mindset of your partner. If we would look back at that video, he doesn't care because he's doing those things. That's why he said like, "Oh yeah, well I don't mind because like that guy cooks for her." So it's all about your partner. It's not about the trust aspect. It's about like that partner of like if you allow that. Some people like going through people's phones. Some people don't. Some people don't like checking in with their spouse when they go out because it's like they don't like checking in when they go out. So it's all about like you're gonna accept what you want. But go ahead, Prince. My bad.
That's a good point.
No, you good.
Yeah.
There's the next video, Keenan. Baby mama versus wife.
We ready? You ready? You want me to cue it up now?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
The baby mama or the wife with whom you have no children with? I don't
The wife.
care.
It's still the wife.
All right, explain why, SD. It don't matter. You become one with your wife.
Thank you.
Your baby mama, that's your baby mama. Now you handle your business with your kid, and a woman that goes into the life of a man like that, you should not have to go in there and set boundaries. He should already have the boundaries set already when you get there. All right?
Oh man. Hey, look, man, it's a package deal.
Black people love talking about baby mamas, boy.
I'm telling you, man.
So who comes first, the baby mama or your wife with no kids? Jay. I was choosing somebody, but
I'm sorry.
you can go ahead, Keenan. You start.
No, Jay.
Yeah, first of all, the Lord and Savior comes first. Okay. Okay. Put that out there for the people viewing. But definitely the wife is gonna come first. The baby mama, like you have kids together, but I agree with what he said. There should be boundaries set. And I feel like that number one, you should be making whoever you're married to feel comfortable. And I feel like that whenever you guys are communicating and having those conversations, whether that's picking up kids, doing whatever, your wife shouldn't be coming in trying to set boundaries that you should already have set prior to her even coming in. So she shouldn't be feeling insecure of like, oh, well, why are you over there with the kids for so long and doing these things? These things should be, listen, I'm here to get the kids. I ain't even got to go in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. I can honk the horn 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Come on outside. You know, I ain't even got to come in there. You got your boo. Everything's straight. I ain't tripping on it. So I feel like that the wife should definitely come first before the baby mama.
Or why, like, she inviting you over, like, for dinner because y'all are friends, even though the kid's not home, right?
Well, I mean,
so now she's trying to see. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
See what I'm saying?
Because y'all cool now. It's just platonic. So.
No, it's not platonic. See, there's nothing platonic about somebody you already had a kid with.
That's true.
There's nothing platonic about somebody you already had a kid with.
But okay, cool. You don't want to say platonic, but you have plenty of people who have kids by somebody. It's like I don't want to even see them like that. Like we that's just the homie now. Like that's my cousin now. You hear people say that now.
But you've crossed a line that you can never get back from.
Thank you.
Right.
That's a totally different situation, right? I'll be honest with you, you know, like once you cross that threshold, you always feel like you got access to that person, regardless of where you are in life. That's just the realness, right? And I hate saying that because I'm married and I don't want people feeling that way about my wife, but that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. This is what you get at 11:15.
Yeah, but
that's real. So it's a different experience. Angel, stop laughing at me. That's a different experience.
That was wild, Lou.
Am I lying?
Nah,
hell no.
Right, true for sure.
Hell no. And the thing is, so I'll answer the question. So I want to piggyback on what Lewis said. I think that's true, and that's the same reason why I don't believe in those. Like, oh, that's like my brother now. Yeah, let's see what brothers and sisters do if y'all get left alone on a good drunk night. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, that don't fly. the second part is, I think a lot of those relationships, maybe we don't talk about this enough. A lot of co-parenting relationships were created out of situations that were never meant to be actual relationships. Like they became co-parents because they weren't trying to be together. No way. You get what I'm saying? So like that's going to change the dynamic when things happen in a certain way. It doesn't change. We cross this line, but like I was never going to be with you long term. No way. This happened. We got to be responsible. X, Y, Z. The baby mama may come first until engagement and marriage. I'm just leave it there. I don't want to go into greater detail because I feel, I'm gonna say it. I feel like you got to nurture that transition very carefully when that changing of the guards happen. I'm just being real with you. You have to nurture that transition very carefully, or you're going to make your.
You're saying you got to have that established first before you can bring anything else in.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's before we get serious in engagement and marriage, I'm going to make sure I cultivate this over here. So when that moment comes, I'm able to say like, hey, look now, this is my wife, X, Y, and Z. You can't, because I'm going to be real with you. If you just throw that on your baby mom, it's going to get ugly, boy. Best believe that.
She done made you an omelet the night before.
Brittany don't side. She don't side for nobody else. As soon as I start talking, she get the sign. You see?
Hey, Brick. Hey, go ahead.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I want to know Brick.
Okay. So this is real life for me, right? This is real life. I'm a wife, and I am also a baby mother. Wife definitely comes first. Absolutely. I kind of agree with Keenan to a certain extent because I'll say this. When it comes setting the boundaries, like all of y'all have said, is so important in a relationship. Why? Because a wife can come in, right? You get married, boom. You already cultivated this relationship with your baby mom, co-parenting. Y'all got this perfect plan in place. Then you get married, you have this wife, she steps in and she starts making decisions or things that she feels needs to be done in her household with your kid. Then it's like, who comes first, right? That's a real thing. That is a real thing. And that's the real question. Who comes first then? Wife or baby mom? Technically, it should be the baby mom. Why? Because she is the mother of the child. But you also have to respect your household and what your wife says. So you're really walking on eggshells. And that's why I say it's real important to set the boundaries at the beginning. It's real important for all three of y'all to be on the co-parenting wave, right? And understand what we doing, how we doing this. Gender plays a role. If it's a daughter, mom got to do certain things. If it's a son, father got to do certain things. There's lines that you have to understand. And I feel like the question was very, if it's just a generalized question, of course, your wife always comes first. Her needs are always going to come first. But you also, when it comes to making decisions about the children and what they're doing in your home, I personally feel like the mom should be considered to a certain degree about certain things. And that's as simple as a conversation, open line of communication, so you guys can get that through. Because if not, it can become a very toxic situation.
Yep.
That's well said. Because some moments it's going to fluctuate, right? It'll be the baby mama versus the wife. That's actually a great point.
That is a great. That's my partner right there. Great.
Wholeheartedly agree. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I just think that transition is important. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think it's very important because the baby mama always gonna be in your marriage.
P, you have anything you want to say?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't know if were we gonna end this on this question, because if not, I feel like we're gonna go super long.
It's y'all call. Y'all got a topic.
If we keep going, I'm gonna need somebody to make me an omelet.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can.
Do y'all want to just make sure we precise in our answer and give it 10 minutes? This last one with the tweet.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll do this last one.
Okay.
All right. So go for it. So let's discuss it. Do you believe you should change your phone number once you get into a serious relationship? I personally am going to change my number the next time I get engaged. I believe no one from my past should have access to me if I'm to be someone's wife. What are your thoughts?
Ooh.
Oh hell no, man! Y'all done nothing done. Oh, no.
My goodness. Okay.
Jesus, that pass was out.
Britt.
So I still have my phone number from high school. I'ma just be real.
Damn.
Still have it. I did not change anything. I feel like what you allow on your phone is how you feel about your relationship. I'm not about to have no disrespectful nothing. I allowed the access to you, right? I'm not saying people have. Well, let me not say that. That's a lie. There has been a time before getting fully married, obviously during the dating phase, where people tend to pop back up, see how you're doing, happy Mother's Day, happy birthday, happy whatever. It's all in what you allow. It's all in what you respond to. There's no big deal with changing the phone number. I honestly have attachment issues, so I'm attached to my phone number. I feel like that's the easiest way. I don't change for anything, anybody. You guys can reach me if you need to, whatever. I can still go. Can I change my number and go out and give it to the people I need to? Yes, absolutely, I can. Has it been on my priority list? No. Because I feel like if you reach out to me and it's somebody that I don't want to talk to or I don't deal with, I'm just going to block you. Simple as that. I don't need to change my life to fit yours because you're reaching out on me. It's the same way as if you DM me on Facebook, you can find me there. You can DM me on Instagram, you can find me there. I'm still going to block you. I'm not allowing you access into my life. So you can, but there's no big deal if you don't. I should say that.
I'll be transparent. And vulnerable in this moment.
When are you not? So you're not doing it. This is you. You're not doing it any other time.
I usually don't go this. I usually don't go this far.
Oh, okay. So this must be. Is this Earth 1 and not 99?
No, this Earth 1. It's Earth 1.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
So when early in my marriage, I had made a mistake, and it wasn't as crazy as people think, but I had made a real mistake. And my wife was like, "Hey, nigga, change your number." I just moved up here, super attached to my number. I fought it. Hell no, I'm not changing my number. Like, what you mean you trip? Because to me, it wasn't that deep. It really wasn't. But new atmosphere, fresh out of college, making money now, first year of marriage. It was that deep then, because what I didn't see that she saw was at the time people were really attracted to that. Like, damn, he moved away, he da-da-da. And those people that didn't have good intentions still have my number. And I fought it. Looking back now, I wish I would have changed it. Not even on no like, like I understand this, I understand that. And it was I wish I would have changed it because I didn't give her peace of mind, because I fought it. The way I fought it, you would have thought I was doing something way more than what I did.
Right.
I'm like, hell no, I'm keeping my number. Like, what? I almost said my number up here like a dummy. I'm like, this number, like, no, I done had that forever. I'm good. But years later, I feel like it took her a long time to be okay with it because of how I fought it. So I definitely see the value in changing your number. Specifically, like, let's be real about this. Niggas ain't 20. People have past. People have their past, yo. Like, people have fun. You may not need to bring that in your next chapter of life. Straight up.
I agree. You know what, Kenyon, you brought up a great point. I changed my number when I got married, but people only tried to gain access to me once they saw I was doing better. That's the only time people pop up. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, when I'm doing things or like reinvent myself or progressing in life, going through better transitions and moving upward, that's when people tend to pop up. So that's actually a really good point, man. That's a great point.
And I'll leave it at this. I'm sorry. I was so ego driven that I didn't realize I still would have had everybody's number I wanted. And they just wouldn't
that you could reach out to. Yeah.
Yep. So I was so like, hell no, you trying to make me change my number? Who you think you are, type? But in reality, it probably would have worked because I would have had everybody's number, and the people I wanted to talk to, I could have. So I think that has value in certain situations. If I got married now, this is Earth 99. me and Britt didn't work out. I got married again. I could see myself changing it. She would have it X, Y, and Z. I definitely understand that.
I got you. I wouldn't change my number though now because I'm still. I mean, if I would, it would have to still have the same area code. That's it for me. And that's kind of weird. But that's where my attachment. I guess, Brittany, to your point, that's what I'm attached to.
Yeah, not my number I've had since middle school.
Come on now.
I'm gonna have to have some self-control. I'm so serious.
Wow.
I done made it this long. I'm gonna have to put my big girl pants on and have.
But
some
what if it's not
self-control
about
for
you?
real.
What if it's not about you? What if he just don't want you to have a number?
If you don't want me to have the number that bad, unless something happened, like in the situation that you just said, if you're just leading what you don't want me to have the same number, you already think I don't have any self-control, which means you probably really don't trust
Why we
me.
gotta
It's
jump?
an issue within itself.
That's
real
a reach.
though.
That's a reach
Like, no, because if we're getting ready to get married and your first thing is like, okay, we're gonna start this off with new numbers. Why? Do
It's a
you
new
not
start.
have self? No. I just personally don't think it's that deep unless you feel like if whoever reaches out to you from your past, if you feel like you don't have enough self-control to block the number or not respond and you don't feel like I have the same. I don't think it's necessary for you to come into it unless I've given you a reason for you to just be like, oh, we're going to start fresh and both have new numbers. Why?
You're saying it's a projection. If someone come to you with that, you're saying it's a projection of their lack of self-control.
Yes, unless I've given you a reason to feel that way.
Or
like,
how
what
about
have I done to make you want me to change my number?
how about you are
Don't do it.
What?
we all every time I'm realizing on this show when it go past 2 hours, stuff get crazy.
Yeah, don't do it, Keenan. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't say it. Asia, did you hear you hear the tweet? Did you see
I
the
said
tweet?
off camera, princess.
Okay.
I saw it. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I'm conflicted because I'm with Princess. I've had my number since middle school. Y'all know I have lived so many places. I still have a Jersey area code. I'm so connected to New Jersey.
Yep.
Like that for me, I will have that 609 forever. I refuse. To the point where I have gotten like a second number, you know what I'm saying? Just so that I can have like now like in North Carolina something. Like I had a work
the
phone.
two
So I was
phones
like,
was scaring
cool.
me
I had
more
a
than the
305
change number.
when I lived in Miami.
You heard me, Asia?
Sure. Yeah, I heard you. I have my two phones.
Yeah,
One was
shit.
for work.
You see how the girls ain't gonna talk. Hey, the girls ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna have two
I
phones,
have
but
two
they know.
phones.
I'll talk about it.
You said what?
Two phones. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with it. But I mean,
said one's for
I've
work.
been with a person that also has two phones. For work. I had numbers to both of them. Had access to both of them. Not that I went through it because I don't do that, but yeah, I don't know if I would change it. It would really have to be something that just because my number really does mean that much to me. Like it really, really does. So for me, I think it would have to be something that for my partner is like, okay, for me, just this is selfish, but your desire for me to change my number has to outweigh how much this number actually means to me. It's not about like I will block whoever, I will block all the people, whatever. But for me, the number means that much to me. It's about the number itself, and all that. So that's what it would be for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay, did you answer?
No, I'll answer very, very, very quickly though. I don't see a benefit in changing the number based off what Keenan said earlier. You can change the number all day. You still have access to all of those contacts. So you changing the number goes back to what Princess said earlier. It's about self-control, restraint. If somebody calling your phone and you don't have the decency and the restraint to be like, I don't want to talk to this person, or I'm gonna block this person, it is what it is. The fresh start feels like she's getting by getting married and changing that number. If she doesn't have the self-control to even when nobody's looking, you can still reach out to those people. So that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Salute.
And changing my number doesn't change my Instagram or my Facebook, to Britt's point.
Social media shifts things for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to
People
change.
still have access to you.
You got to take all that stuff down.
You got to change it to Princess Omelet Maker.
Hey, but that was the last question, right? Hey, man, appreciate y'all tapping in. And major salute to Princess and Lewis or the topic. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We are the Monday Night Crew, and we are out.